Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you back to another episode. Now, this is one of the newer videos that was shot. This was actually shot this morning, trying to get things back to normal here. So what we have is my mage, level 75, still leveling in the Northlands, in Grizzly Hills to be exact. I really haven't done anything with my higher up characters yet. I'm about to get on my shaman and start doing more work with him soon. That will happen in the near future. I still have other things to take care of first, but I'm trying to keep the videos nice and balanced. We'll try to introduce different video games into the mix, keep it interesting. But yes, I do have a lot of people asking about the World of Warcraft content.
What you want?
And I'm slowly back into things, as you can see. Definitely have to get ready for the next expansion, Mists of Pandaria, coming out soon. We don't have an exact date on that just yet, but I've been informed that a guild member of mine is actually in the beta, and he has a video on his YouTube channel that I will have to get out to everyone. They'll have to check it out, where they do a run in the Jaded Temple. So that was pretty cool, and it is a pretty good video, so I'm sure a lot of people will find it very interesting. Now, I'm actually doing this video with my condenser mic instead of the normal headsets, so the audio quality is a little bit different than what it was before. But the video isn't that long. Well, compared to what we've been putting out lately, it isn't that long. The video that I really wanted to put out was 8 minutes long. Of course, that's what started all the problems and difficulty, and eventually just led to being one big mess.
Good day to you.
I really wish I could have gotten
Safe
that
travels.
out, but it didn't happen. It wound up tying up Star Wars, it wound up tying up
How are you?
It wound up tying up a few other videos I had done as well. So now all new content is being shot, everything's being redone, audio and everything, so yeah, it's kind of hamstrung, a lot of different things being in the works. It will not tie up the podcast scheduled to come out next Thursday. That should be still good to go. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm not going to give any details up. Got to keep it interesting, of course. But yeah, there'll be lots to talk about. I'm talking about Assassin's Creed 3, a little bit of that, and some other things as well. If you would like to get an idea of what will be on there, you can always check out our Facebook page at Powerboy Productions. We always try to keep it up to date, as well as our Twitter. But yeah, you can go on there and get more information about what's going on and such. Now, please don't take this video as anything when you play Fire Mage. I haven't played this in quite some time. I've actually played Cataclysm as a elemental shaman, so this was kind of a new thing I'm dabbling with. This character hasn't been leveled in. Yeah. Somewhere on that goes with that. It'll give you a better idea how it's done, so don't expect anything too fancy on this end here. The good thing I like about questing in the Northrend is the fact that it's not as bad as it was in Outlands. Outlands just seemed like it would take forever and everything was kind of like grind related, where in Northrend it wasn't that bad. It's just kind of hard to describe, but it wasn't as bad as the Outlands. This, maybe it's kind of how the quest lines are set up. It's just simply not as bad. I think I can speak for a lot of people who say they don't really care for the Outlands. I mean, come on, having to go out and collect 30 items just to complete a quest is kind of annoying. Some of the easier ones out there might have been to do some of the bombing quests. Too far and too in between to be able to actually enjoy it. Where the stakes were really intolerable, especially if you ran heroic. I think 9 times out of 10 you had to be perfect on heroic in order to get through them, or, you know, if you weren't, forget about it. And of course the look of the group pool wasn't back around then, so it took forever to find and if you found one, you had to hope that everyone knew what you were pretty much screwed. So that takes us back to Northrend, where it kind of wasn't, like, just didn't really have that feel. Fortunately, they didn't really have that feel. It was a little bit more lenient. There's still some toughness in there, but it wasn't so unforgiving. And I think that's what kind of brought people to say that Warcraft was going downhill. They kind of like that challenge. They like having that thrill. And a lot of people thought that was going to wind up happening with Cataclysm, and a lot of people were disappointed when that kind of didn't happen. I'm sure you've done it, such as Total Biscuit and all of Cataclysm, because they thought it was too easy. Disappointed they toned down some of the difficulty, yeah, sure. But I mean, it is their game, they're going to do their own thing, so hopefully for Mr. Pandaria, it's a little more interesting. What to hope for. You still want to have that challenge, you just don't want to go in and face roll your way through the content and you have to show for it. I think that's what kind of hurts. It's too cheap and easily gotten. Sure, a lot more people had them and a lot more people had fun, but what was the challenge? Where was the thrill? When people wanted to like actually go out and get that feel of beating something difficult and enjoying the thrill of getting, you know, the conquest. So here's hoping that here at the end, you know, pretty much everything for everybody. So that's a good thing, considering, you know, you'll have hardcore raiders doing the raiding. You know, if you're not into the raiding scene, there's various different things. Of course, there's PvP, you know, there's dailies and other things and such. I wish I'd gotten into the beta, but the fortunate ones. It's actually kind of funny because I think I've gotten into more Ultima Online games than I have in World of Warcraft. I can at least 2 betas for Ultima Online that I got in, whereas Warcraft I haven't got into any. But I'm not going to sit here and rehash it up Ultima Online. You know, it's not the time, and to be honest, I kind of see that in the past and don't really want to bring that back up. The leveling here is pretty much simple, there's not too much to it. Plus I also have some heirloom gear to help make the job simple. I believe it's the coat, I believe it's the cloak, chest piece, and a few other pieces, including the staff. So, yeah, these different pieces made up. It's not really that difficult to begin with, considering it's geared for higher content. But you may have seen earlier before I was talking about a guild member in the previous video. It's good to see that they're still around and active. That was Jay. I'll give Jay a quick shout out. And, you know, it's great to see these guys again. It's good to hear they're still doing things. I'd like to again, like old times. We had fun back then, of course. Various reasons, various things happen, and people go away doing other things. But it's good to come back and see the old game. Of course, the guild numbers kind of went down, but take a break, people stop playing. You know, people move on to different guilds, these sort of things happen. But anyway, I digress on that end. So at some point I will begin to shoot some higher end content, maybe some dungeon runs. I'll get some of my other characters geared and get ready for raiding, or just get ready for Mr. Pandaria. As much as I would like to get my Mage 75, other things have to be done to get ready because or maybe a few months away. We just don't know at this point. So other tasks are at hand, and This is just one of those offbeat videos where I'm just running around showing off while I'm leveling. Nothing too much accomplished here. It's about maybe 24-25 minute video. And this, like I said, it wasn't the original, well, I can't speak English today, but it wasn't my original video that I had wanted to put out. This was just something that, you know, come after. I had other content lined up, unfortunately. Now, more content will be coming out. As I stated earlier, there's a podcast, Game Shift Episode 3 is going to be coming out this Thursday. So, behind the scenes, I'm still working on the various content. If you want to check that out, go to our website, powerboypro.com. You can go on there, check out the latest details. You can go on our forums and, you know, talk with people or talk with me or talk with whoever you want, really. Now, the forums are kind of condensed down. There were more topics in there, but I figured at this point it's just easier for everyone if we just condense the topics down to a few areas. Then as things continue to grow and progress, we'll continue to add other various topics. We'll add other games and such. Like right now, I think World of Warcraft is maybe the only game of topic we have in there right now. So when the time comes, yeah, we're going to add more. We have a topic for Game Shift, the podcast. So if you listen to it and have any comments or questions or even suggestions, you can go in there and leave them under that topic, of course. The forums are going to kind of grow now. There's no point in just having everything just dropped in there. It's going to be a progression type thing. And as I said, when it comes to World of Warcraft videos and such, you know, you're not always going to see these type of laid-back leveling videos. I would like to shoot some dungeon videos, but of course, that may not always be the case due to time and basically space restrictions. I may wind up doing a condensed version of it, where I just cover bosses. You know, it's something I haven't covered yet, and it's one of those things when we come to the bridge, you know, we'll decide how it's done. But yeah, I may, depending upon the dungeon and how long it could take, I may do a condensed version, or I may just do the whole layout for it. But I think at this point, any dungeon overview of any type of Cataclysm dungeon is going to be kind of pointless. You know, it's where it would have been good to get into Mist, Pandaria, it's going to get a good start on that. I know they're still inviting people to the beta. There's still a lot more invites to be sent out. I wouldn't mind being one of them, but I think at this point there's not much more I would do different than, say, Guildmate's done already. So these are images from now, when the new expansion comes out, there's a chance that, yeah, I may remake another series, kind of like Say What was, where I try to build some trainers for people who do specs. Now, I don't know how much things have changed since. Yeah, I know Whalehead and a few other places like MMO Champion have released information, but until I get the hands-on, I don't know how much different things are going to be. Now, I'm not claiming to be any kind of expert, as I've always stated with those types of videos. I to elitist jerks and use their information there and try to put it into a video in layman's terms. Now, it's been kind of controversial. Some people have gone in there and don't like how I've explained things, while some people said they're just glad there's someone explained it to them without all the confusing numbers and such. You know, that's what I try to do. I don't want to make a video where it's all what to do and show them how it's done, so they can get a good understanding of it. So it kind of just irks some people because they want me to say, well, how come you didn't tell me about, you know, this, and this, and don't do that? Well, yeah, so defeats the purpose. How I explain it, then, you know, please leave. I'm not trying to say that to be rude, I'm just trying to say that so, you know, it's easier for other people. Each video, you know, is geared toward different types of people. If you don't like it, that's fine. They're not everyone's going to like it. I just ask that you try not to make a fuss and go with it. Some of the YouTube videos have, you know, comments on, you know, comments have to be approved. I'm not trying to limit people's speech. I'm not trying to take away anything from them. I'm just trying to make a conversation that's, you know, constructive. If it's constructive criticism, of course, it'll get approved, it'll be put on the video, and then we'll go from there. But stupid comments that make no type of progression or do nothing positive and such, there's no point. You know, don't waste my time, certainly don't waste your time, because all I'm going to do is hit deny and then delete. It's not going to make it. So, to save yourself the time, if you got something constructive to say, then by all means, please say it. It's for the benefit of the people, especially those who come to watch these videos. So, you know, that's just a quick explanation of why that is. I've always had some people say, well, you know, how come these comments need approval? There you go. I've been saying this many a times now. Comments need approval because, you know, we're just trying to keep a constructive environment. You know, talk, have discussion, get to the problem if there's something wrong in the video. There's no need to basically be an asshole on the internet. And it seems to be that a lot of people kind of like that idea. Now, if it seems like my voice is coming over a little bit louder, that's because it is. The volume had to be turned up just a little bit. The software is being a bit of a pain in the ass right now, so I'm going to have to try to adjust some of these levels to make things easier to listen to. For some reason, you know, all week the equipment hasn't seemed to be doing its job right. I've had missing videos, I've had downtime, I've had everything from almost A to Z pretty much. It's just been one of those weeks from hell. I'm sure lots of you out there can pretty much agree, you know, how some of these hard times really come on. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap up the voiceover part of this video. I know there's still probably at least 5 more minutes left to the actual gameplay, but I'm just going to kind of wrap it up here unless you want to hear me go on to another rant about other ridiculous things. But anyway, I would like to thank you for watching this video. If you found it entertaining or liked it in any kind of way, please give it a thumbs up. You know, subscriptions to this channel are always appreciated. It helps our standing and gets us things out more visual. It gets our name out there more known. So anything is pretty much appreciated at this point. I thank you for watching not only this video, but any other videos you have may seen already. You know, it's great to have people follow you and check out some of your content. You know, it's a great feeling, really. And I really appreciate all my viewers. So, you know, check out our website, www.powerboypro.com. It's pretty much there. It's going to take you anywhere, anything we have. It's going to take you to our Facebook page, our Twitter page, our YouTube channel, forums, whatever you got. You know, it's the main hub, basically, for everything that not just I do, but anybody else who may be affiliated with us might do. So with that, you know, thank you very much again. You know, thank you for watching this video. This has been Braz, and I will see you again next time.